Ahoy! God. Apologies for the delayed start. Hectic day today. I've had my stomach is not feeling. Haven't been feeling too well. So I don't even know how long this stream's gonna last. But hopefully it will last like the average normal stream. But welcome to Gaming in the Bush / Obama Years. Today I'm playing a game that I actually am very fond of. Well, a series I'm actually quite fond of. What's it called? My brain is scattered brain. I don't know. My ADHD is going burr today. But compared to the last couple of times I've done Gaming in the Bush Obama Years, where I've done kind of just stuff with classic games from like the Bush years. But I'm doing something from the Obama years, during the second term. Going with a sorry, I'm gonna something here. I'm very scattered brain right now. Today we're doing Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn, the fourth entry in the Dynasty Warriors Gundam sub-series of Dynasty Warriors games. An interesting game. This game came out very late in the platform's lifespan, PS3's lifespan. It came out in 2013 in Japan for PS3, I believe, and PS4 as well. It came out on PS4 later on when that came out. And then it got released to in the West almost a year later, 2014, just for the PS3, not on the PS4. Which to me is interesting, to say the least. Most like the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games like usually come out around the same time in the West. The Dynasty Warriors games, a lot of you might be familiar with the Hyrule Warriors spin-off game. And this is the game here, the Hyrule Warriors, which is the Zelda-themed spin-off of game. And it's the emulation of all the DLC as well, installed as well. I do like how this game is really just like a crossover of everything that is in Gundam. Let me turn this down. This is really loud on my end. There we go. this game has, it's basically just all the different Gundam timelines. I am really a big fan of the Gundam franchise. I got into it around last year. Almost all the titles here are in Japanese. Unicorn, all different timelines here, so you have like, gotta even have mobile suit variation on here. That's awesome. They were basically just an entry in the Universal Century that was mostly just designed just for model kits, like different variants of different like mobile suits from the original series. Original mobile suits. Yeah, that Stardust Memory. Underrated. I think Stardust Memory is quite underrated. It's some of the best mobile suit action you'll see in the entire franchise. Double Zeta. Double Zeta, I started it and never finished it. I enjoyed it. I think it sounds weird, but because it's a 52 episode series, and I need to like pay attention to it because this thing never got released in English. There was actually an English dub produced, and it never got released because Sunrise thought it was not good enough. That didn't meet their standards of quality. Char's counterattack, Unicorn. Fucking love Unicorn. Let's do the official mode. Zeta, Chara counterattack, Unicorn, Seed, boo. Seed Destiny, boo. Seed is not great, not really good, and Seed Destiny, fuck, it sucks. I do not like Seed Destiny. I just don't like Seed in general. Mobile suit designs are really good, though. We'll do the original Gundam, though, for now. If you don't know anything about the Gundam timeline, I guess start with the Universal Century. That is kind of the most like simple-ish timeline, because if you start getting into other timelines, that's where shit gets off the rails. And at its core, Universal Century, Gundam 0079, Universal Century, what just takes place during the 1 Year War, when the colony, one colony wants independence. Long story short, space Nazis want independence, declare war on the Federation, Earth, and they go to war, and they have the advantage for a while because they were the first to develop mobile suits. They had the Zaku's, Zaku 1s, and then later the Zaku 2s, and then different variations like the Goof, Zaku tanks, which are bizarre, the Doms. Yeah, here we go. Principality of Zeon. If you don't know, we humans don't live entirely on Earth. Humans live also in a thing called colonies, big spaceships that are like the size of countries. Like just float around space. Yeah, the big catalyst here was basically this Zeon just dropped a fucking colony on Australia. In fact, actually, I think a lot of people don't realize this, but the characters in Gundam are not exactly, they're not Japanese. Like, Amuro was meant to be kind of the equivalent of Canadian, for example. There is Amuro. There we go. White Ace. Amuro. Yeah, Amuro was a child in Gundam. Gundam first series is just child soldiers fighting it out. Because the Earth Federation forces are so just depleted, they have to start resorting to just fuck it, just bring everyone in. Yeah, Char discovers the prototype mobile suit, which is the RX-78 Gundam, a advanced like prototype mobile suit. Instead of firing like weapons, instead of firing bullets with a magazine-fed firearms, it channels into the suit's energy to fire beams. Same with these little beam sabers. A lot of fucking people die in the first couple episodes. Amuro watches his fucking father just get like shot into space, like sucked off into space. That's a really bad line out of context. I love the Zaga's design. I love the moving eye. I love the gameplay of this. It's just fun to just shoot and just like doing like combos and everything. So far, this is just retelling the events of the first series. It's like the first episode. Oh, wrong way. I forgot about the little javelin. That's one of my favorite sound effects in all of media. That the new type, like the sound. New types are in very simple terms, like force sensitive people in Star Wars. Yeah. I don't remember Char finding this many Zaku's in the first episode. There he is. Yeah, the first time Amuro gets in the gun, like he fights a Zaku, straight up destroys it and causes basically the little nuclear reactor that powers it to just overload and just fucking explode. Char. Fun fact, creator of Gundam. Oh god, what was his name now? Hang on, let me look this up quickly. I keep forgetting his name. Yoshiyuki Tamano. Yeah, fun fact, when he was writing Gundam, specifically Shark Counterattack, he actually wrote the dynamic between Char and Amuro with the idea of, what if they were gay? Like, could they be gay? It's kind of ironic because the Gundam series, especially in the recent years, is so gay. I mean, there's literally Witch from Mercury, which is literally about two canonical lesbians. My description, I like to describe, G-Quacks, the new series, which was written by, Hideaki Anno, the creator of Evangelion. Describe it as basically a libertarian terrorist polycule. Hell yeah. Yay, I got Gene. Yeah, a lot of Y-based crew were killed in that first episode, so basically a bunch of civilians just have to basically just take over. a lounge. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's cool. I forgot you can guard this game. Pride of mass production. Red Comet, hell yeah. This is no Zaku, boy. No Zaku. Okay. No. Amuro unable to pilot Char Zaku? God. This is like episode 2 here. I actually started collecting the Gundam trading card game. Which is actually a lot of fun. I need to actually probably play it. I know there's events in where I live. There's events where I live that do where they do like you can play the Gundam trading card game. It is really cool though. I have like a bunch of cards. I think I have all 4 of the original starter decks that they released. Because they did 4 initially. They're putting out more. I think they're putting out an Iron-Blooded Orphans one next month. Which is basically just kids with guns. That's basically Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's just gorillas, kids with guns. But yeah, they released NEWTYPE Rising. I don't know the name of the series. NEWTYPE Rising. I forget something beginnings, but that one is based on the 0079 this series and Witch from Mercury. Then there was the Seed one. Then there was the Gundam Wing starter deck they did, and then there's the Zeons that they did as well. Actually, the 30th anniversary of Gundam Wing this year. I didn't hate Gundam Wing. I thought Wing was actually not bad. Very important. It cannot be understated just how genuinely important Wing is to the franchise. Because in the late 90s, early 2000s, Wing used to actually air in the U.S. It used to air in the West under part of Cartoon Network in the early Toonami blocks. Gundam Wing is what introduced the West to the franchise. The reason why I know of it now, and why it's such a big thing now, we have the card games officially over here, while we have Gunpla over here as well. I'm literally staring at my 2 Gunpla figures of Ariel, and Unicorn. By the way, if you build Gunpla, you're starting out in Gunpla, and you're thinking of moving into real grade, don't get Unicorn. Don't make my mistake, because it is so complex to build. And on top of that, the joints on it are so stiff. It makes posing it such a hassle and such a genuine pain to do. High grade Aerial though, no issues. I love it. That was my first Gunpla kit. But the reason why we know I've got Gundam such a big thing over in the West as well. Not as big as it is in Japan, but still really big. Genuinely is because of Gundam Wing. They actually do introduce new types, by the way. Because I was just hearing the sound that made me think of it. They do introduce new types in the original series, but it's not like until later, and they don't go deep into it. It's like, oh, this turns out this thing actually that Xeon thought it could exist actually does exist, and Amuro was one of them. If you're curious, by the way, what my favorite Gundam series are, if you're curious what they are, it's Witch from Mercury, Unicorn, and also the eighth Mobile Suit Team. Which is like a mini series from like the mid 90s, 13 episodes. Some of the most grounded like mecha like mobile suit action we see in the entire series. And apparently that's what the long fabled live action Gundam film is apparently going to be based off of, which is very interesting. But I think that's the one that I think could work the most for dumb Western audiences. Let's get to the field over here. If you're wondering what my favorite mobile suits are, though, it is 3. Gundam Ariel from Witch from Mercury. Gundam, the RX-78 G Gundam Ground Type from the 8th MS team. And also, the RX-75 Gun Tank. I fucking love the guns. In fact, you know what? Give me a second here. I'm just going to just show you just gun tank if you're familiar. There was actually a Gundam team shooter, a first-person shooter. Oh god, what was it called now? It was that was. Either way, the Gundam game, the first-person shooter, I'm not fucking kidding. I don't know how, or don't know why, but Gun Tank was like probably the best mobile suit in that game. It was just like, if you need like defense, like you just need to defend a point, just play Gun Tank and then you just fuck shit up. And it's really funny to me that, because in lore, the Gun Tank is like one of the most rudimentary like, just by the time it was already put into production, it was already out of date. It was already like outdated. It was literally just a mobile suit on wheels. On treads? Hang on, here we go. Look at him. Look at him. The pilot sits in the head. It's got 2 like big cannons on its shoulders, artillery cannons, and then 4 little mini cannons on each arm. It's got like proper arms, and then it's just the body on treads. But it tries its best. You know, I'll leave that there, because I'm starting to feel my stomach acting up again. But I'm going to quickly, going to just disappear to the restroom real quickly. If you're watching, just stay and I don't know. Give praise to the Guntang. Alright, I'm back. Oh. Alright, I am back. Alright, start in 8. fully evolved and given praise to Guntang, to our blessed Guntang. I think you can play as Guntang in this game. I remember in the other Dynasty Warriors games you could play as the Guntang. And you could also play as it in the awesome PS2 Gundam games. Even though in it's genuinely one of the it was a very specialized purpose with no way to defend itself whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hooray, we killed Space Hitler. He's a very trustworthy guy. Yeah, Char is very trustworthy. You always have your back and everything. Never will betray you ever. He a real one. If I'm fighting against the entire fucking planet, I want Char on my side. He also likes McDonald's and Toyotas. Japanese commercials are fucking weird. I love them. If I remember correctly, when it re-enters Earth, or something during it, but well, I'm trying to remember what happens, but the legs get fucked up, so they take a core fighter, like a big spaceship, like a core fighter, and then just attach it to the Gundam. Yay, $10,000. Yeah, the Rick Diaz. Not gonna lie, when I first saw the Rick Diaz, I thought, is that the name of the pilot or the mobile suit? Because there's the Dom, and then there's the Rick Dom, which is the evolved version of the Dom. which then evolves into the Rick Diaz. I don't know how to just regular Diaz. Yeah, so yeah, the Gundam's legs just fucking break. All right. Return to the main menu. I want to do one of the. Char's Valley. That's the events of Char's counterattack. Yeah, for those who don't know. Oh boy, SOS signals. If only, like, this was online. It's not. Actually, let's do Ultimate Mode, because I believe that's where I can use all the DLC suits. Alternate history. This is the alternate history where they just put aside their differences and just become the ultimate gay couple. Uso. Yeah, hero. Cool. All the pilots I can play. Oh, Kincaid from Crossbone. Did the Crossbone anime come out at this point? When did Crossbone come out? Because originally Crossbone was a manga. No, it's just a manga at the point. I'm thinking of Thunderbolt, that's why. Yeah, Crossbone was a sequel to F91. And then the G Fighter Gundam, which is basically a different timeline where basically, what if instead of like the World Cup, but instead of people kicking around a ball, a bunch of man babies, overpaid man babies, and sexual predators kicking around the ball for a few hours. What if every country just built their own like mech and fought each other, and each one was almost based on a country stereotype? Like, America's Gundam was a football playing cowboy with a revolver. The Netherlands Gundam was just a windmill. I'm not fucking kidding, just a windmill. Sweden's Gundam was basically just Sailor Moon. And the best one to me is Mexico's Gundam. Tequila Gundam. It's a Gundam, just like a Desperado, like the poncho and sombrero and like the mustache and everything. It's, I love it. It's so stupid, but I love it. I want gun. I want. Why haven't Bandai done official Gunpla kits of like the Dutch Gundam, the like windmill Gundam and tequila Gundam? Uh, I mean, Double O. I actually haven't seen Double O. I have heard it's good. Do you want some history and I'll play as. I can play as Hero. Wait a minute. Where can I play as like full armor unicorn and bear guy from the Gunpla Builders, the anime series that was literally just exists to just promote Gunpla. I'm not kidding. I will start just a round of this just so I can unlock unicorn. Long story short, it's long after Char's counterattack. Then there's a new guy who's basically just Char again. His name is Full Frontal. I'm not kidding. There actually is a standalone Gundam Unicorn game. It only came out in Japan, which sucks. Because and this is something that I think is a lot of people don't realize is, like, not only did that game exist, but it's interesting because of who made it. It was made by From Software. People who made Armored Core and the Souls games, which I think are all kind of shit. Except Armored Core. Armored Core is good. And what it looks like, it kind of looks like it. When I've seen gameplay of it, it kind of looks like it plays like a Gundam version of Armored Core, and that's sick to me. I love it. Twilight Sparkle. It looks fucking basic here, like it just looks gray with just a horn. But when it like does its thing, it just goes from being like, this is a pretty interesting mobile suit to, oh my god, this is awesome. Uh, when the suit detects that the other pilot is a new type, it activates NEWTYPE Destroy mode. it removes all the inhibitors, kind of like keeping it in control and like limiting it. And as a result, um, it causes a lot of strain physically, mentally to the pilot because it taps into their new type abilities. But holy fuck, is it so cool. Its gun is useless for the most part because it's a magazine-fed weapon, beam magnum, but it's so powerful, and it also has the same firing sound as the original beam rifle from 0079. Hooray! Girazulu. Hell yeah. I don't know if I was beside that or that was the instrument. Why did they just stand there just staring at each other? unlock unicorn. Let's have some fucking fun! Alright, the plan is... I don't know why Endless Waltz Hero is the same stat. I get why it's same person, but at the same time, like, this is also an slightly older hero. It's a better pilot. Because Endless Waltz takes place after Wing. Endless Waltz plot I could describe as basically a terrorist organization get back together again just so they could fight a child. If you've seen Endless Waltz, you probably get an idea. You probably know kind of how accurate I am on that. There's a lot more to it than that, but my description of it is basically terrorists get back together, get the gang together again, just so they could fight child. Girazulu. I love the Girazulu's design. Just look at that. Look at the gas mask. Look, it looks like it came straight. It's like if you took the soldiers from General the Wolf Brigade and turned them into a mobile suit. Alright. The Galgoog. Char has a good point here. It's like, it's our most advanced mobile suit. Where are the legs, though? It is a psycho frame mobile suit. Hell yeah. The ball! I take it back. That's the best mobile suit. The ball. He shoots lasers from his mouth. Okay, okay. It's such a stupid mobile suit, but I love it. The Gundam franchise is just two kinds of mobile suits. There's super cool and super awesome, or just super dumb, but so dumb that wraps around to being super awesome. I like how the special unit here is literally a ball. The ball is like one of the most basic kind of vehicles. I don't think it can really count as a mobile suit. It's kind of just like a life support vessel with arms and a big fuck off gun just attached to it. Check. There we go. This is awesome. Amanida. Amanida. Ah, the gun cannon. Actually, no. Some mobile suits are kind of lame, but the gun cannon... Although the gun cannon is just a jobber unit. It was basically, what if we improved the gun tank? So it's like bigger cannons, and it also actually, can walk and everything. But it's kind of lame, because it's, it's not the gun tank. And on top of that, every time it shows up, it just gets... Its whole purpose in the series is just a job. There we go. He got fucked. He got fucked up then. There we go. Do you remember that one, like, Rockstar game? That was, I forget what it was called. It was like Emergency, something like that. State of Emergency, I think. It was like a PS2 game, but the main appeal of it was basically it's like the first game with over 100 people on screen. And now it's like they put all their eggs into that one basket, and the game was like kind of shit. This is the opposite of that. It's like there's 100 like plus enemies on screen. Go crazy. There you go. Hang on. Thank you. What's this dickhead here? Oh. If you're wondering where to start, by the way, with the Gundam series, personally, I started with Witch from Mercury. However, depending on what timeline you want to do, because Witch from Mercury is a good one to start with because it's free on YouTube, the whole series. It's new timeline, so no bullshit. Like lore to catch up on. But on the other hand, as well, you can't go wrong with the original. You can't go wrong with the original series. If you can handle the, at times, very dated animation, because it is a 1979 anime. Yeah. Fuck you, Kai. Fuck you in your dumb mobile suit. The jobber suit. More advanced than the gym, and yet it's honestly worse. It's like the Bradley of mobile suits. It's like the mobile suit equivalent of, instead of covering your weaknesses, you just have one big strength. Thank you. Why is it not letting me fight that dickhead? There you go. I think I know why I'm struggling here. It's because I'm fighting outside the little circle. There we go. I've almost got this. Come on. Oh, fuck me. There we go. Fuck you guys. Oh, wait a minute. There's an area here. Oh, there he is. True tactical withdrawal. Damn it, I almost got him! Alright. That's only 3 minutes on that. Oh, that's a lot of shit. Oh! Worth it. Yes! The Saku tank. No, the Nemo. Look at this! Look at this fucking shit! Where is it? Yeah! Let's just take a fucking Zaku and our tank, and what if we just merge them together? This actually should be under the MSV series, because this was actually made for Mobile Suit Variation. But yeah, I love that that's in the game. Emo! Where's Unicorn? Famous scenes. I do like how they recreate scenes from the show, though, in this. Oh, cards. a Gundam trading card game. Actually, I think it's just called Gundam card game. Right now. Amuro. Interesting how Amuro is listed under Zeta, not regular Gundam. Because the Amuro in Gundam and Amuro in Zeta are very different. One's just a child who's just like thrown into a war that they had no involvement in beforehand, and now they go from having a normal life to them watching their parents die, and 30 seconds later, oh, you're actually piloting this advanced prototype mobile suit. Oh, guess what? You're now fighting in a war. To hardened soldier, taking advantage of his new type powers and like kind of is. Yeah. It'd be a good time probably to end the stream here. In the meantime, I'll probably end the stream now. Join me tomorrow for Friday Fields of Mystria at number 3, where I continue my quest to become the town bicycle, become the Mark Davis of the town, the pro bass fisher, and yeah, and collect shit to give to the museum. But yeah, until then,